Mic check 1. Mic check 2. Mic check 3. Mic check 4. Alternative sound, Rocky 98.5 WYCR. The only car I think they're missing in here is a Screaming Chicken Trans Am. Greg Campbell and Greg Dweez, I want to buy this, buddies. And I'll tell you right now, I want to put in for a locking refrigerator for just mayonnaise. I guess I'll put some money in for that, or I'll work towards it. You will barter like labor, Greg Dweez and Greg Campbell, for a locking refrigerator for just mayonnaise. Hey, you know what? If we have to set an appointment for all three of us to be together for me to get mayonnaise out, I'll do that. This is such a nice car. You can still get Pontiac parts from Australia. They still manufacture Pontiac. We're buying it. Man. Do you like that color? You want it white or black? Black? Leave it alone. See how much it costs to do it black? $5. Leave it. Alright. Do something else. I promised the local Italian restaurants that I would drive this car again for them. So this is for the local Italian restaurants. Let me check the upgrade status. Upgraded all the way. I think there's another race.
Staying in the front into this race.
Another race that the BMW 1 Series is going to be racing. like this. Somebody throw a dough ball.
We've got ourselves a winner.
A pizza dough ball. Somebody throw a pizza dough ball. Somebody doing something stupid. Tell them to get outside. Excuse me. Alright, we got to find the right race. Let me see if this is what I thought. What is it? Was that the one? I thought it was something different. We finished all the BMW racing. You want to look at a BMW car? All the BMWs? We'll go back to the dealership. You want to see Plymouth? I wish I could get that yet. That's a Hemi Cuda. Mag wheels. Shaker hood. Here's BMW. This is the other one. M3. Here's a car. How many times did I drive yours to the Pike, Chad? Quite a few. Actually, quite a few. Yeah, you let me drive the M9 one time. Because he said it's... I have no idea. Never mind. The M9? For a Hellcat? What was he thinking? I mean, M9. That's a European supercar. I mean, Hellcat is a good car. It's fast, but... An M9? He said it ran different after I drove it. Not bad. Not for a bad thing. He said he didn't know what to do with it. Alright, we'll go back. What did you want to see? Chevrolet? I have that. I have that car. That's why it's not for sale at the bottom, down here. never heard of that one. Corvette. What's the next one? Can't remember. Let the Corvette come up. I think that's awesome. You want to race a Pontiac now? You know, if they had a Screaming Chicken in here, or Trans Am, that would be something else. Or Screaming Chicken Firehawk. The other Cadillac, you mean? That one. Similar, but not the race one. That's the one I have. You mean another vintage car that I can think of on here? I know where there's another one. Dodge has one, I think. This one, the Charger. I'll show you the other vintage one too. He has the square pipes, tailpipes, the square tailpipes. The Dukes of Hazzard car. You know, Alice Cooper has such good taste in rock and roll. Playing Cherry Pie right now by Warrant. Do you know what it'd be like if you had a warrant out for a cherry pie? It was like international or domestic warrant. Well, anything that was cherry pie would have to be arrested. Or at least questioned. Well, I mean, that's what they say. I have no idea, but I'd like to be swinging in my bedroom with just one person other than myself as an adult woman over 22 years old. Right, when they tell me they want to, not me asking them or just showing up or asking at all, you know. It's like, it has to be in the moment, it has to be mutual. They can't be like the direction of the male. At the direction of the mail. It has to be to the direction of the mail. And I don't mean USPS mail. That is Dukes of Hazzard car. With a gas filler hole. Alright. We'll race the Pontiac. You want to see the other vintage car? You know, if that said Celine on it, that would be pretty cool. Or like Ford Mustang GLX, Smoky Mountain Traders. Ford GT. Here it is. Boss 302. Chris Fink would buy this game. He would buy this game so fast, except it's all free. Chris Fink. disco music. You swing to disco music or big band music. I don't know any other kind of swing. Oh, it's a playground school swing. You can ask Alice Cooper himself. If there was a warrant for a cherry pie, I'm sure you'd have to question somebody in a swing. Look at the air dam on the front of that, under the front bumper. Alright, we're going to race the Pontiac. Eagle in the Boss 302. Should have had sunglasses on. You know, if you dye your hair the same color as your sunglasses and you're a man, I have no idea what you were thinking. Yeah, we're an adult woman, over 22 years old, dyes her hair the same color as her sunglasses, and still goes to work. That should like be the most important thing you ever notice in a woman's attire or her image or her beautification. I love it when women beautify themselves. They don't have to. That's the thing. I find beauty in both sides of the natural beauty and the Hollywood beautification. What were we doing? Was I driving? You know, I can't chew gum and talk, but I can chew bubble gum and drive. You mean like the half of Wrigley's Winter Mint Gum test? When you get set up, when you get the setup, the half a stick of Wrigley's Winter Mint in the back seat of the setup, and the front seat is a relative. We'll just say an older relative, a geriatric relative. Is that better? Okay, so in the front seat of the car is where's the Pontiac? Is it Class B? Oh, there it is. You know, I could get that M3. I have to save up and get it in this category. So you got the geriatric relative in the front seat. I thought you couldn't buy that. I didn't give me the credit option before. Huh. Cool. So you have the geriatric relative in the front seat of the vehicle. They hand back 2 pieces of the single Wrigley's Winter Mint chewing gum. One for me and one for the lady next to me. Or we'll just say, I know you don't like to hear that, but the adult 22 plus old or older woman. And when we get to the next place we're going, because they wanted to make sure we had a driver that was responsible for the both of us. And when we get to the next place, we got to hand back 2 separate pieces of Wrigley's Winter Mint chewing gum. Right, into the tissue. Or Kleenex. You can say Kleenex. I don't know, some people say tissue. When we get to the next place, because we might be getting food or drinks or something, or even adult drinks. And if it's one piece in the tissue before she looks at it, we're in trouble. Or if one person has more than one piece, or a half a stick. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. Let's put some rubber to the road. Chicken grease on the back of a Pontiac. It's because it's a screaming chicken, buddy.
is full of fun things to do and see.
I don't know. See, that's the funny thing. I can talk about some stuff now, but I never would have talked about it my entire life. Because the constituents of the county I graduated from public school in said that that's the way they wanted it. So I'm going to say, you know what, you ain't never going to catch me on a mountain bike for fleeing and eluding, because you got to catch me.
Nice. You're moving up in the world, man.
Well, I guess if you have to catch me on a bicycle with a bicycle, you better hurry up, because I'm out of here. I know. Hey man, you know it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and you pivoted for me on a bicycle with a squad car.
The body shop.
And I still got away from you. Oh man, this Pontiac is cool. Yeah, you got wrapped up in the guardrail. I kept going. Was it first 48 and then you can't do nothing about it unless it happens again? Look at that, bumpers hanging on. Keep still bumper spinning.
Winning it all.
Yeah, Frederick County, Maryland is a criminal sanctuary county. Just like Miami City, San Francisco City. I think there's one other place I don't remember right offhand.
Well, I know that.
Oh yeah, Atlanta, Georgia is a sanctuary city for criminal activity. New York City might be, Chicago might be. You don't ever want to find out.
Sure, we're at first, but this race isn't over yet.
The day of lawlessness that first responders seem to think is okay.
You're in the lead.
William Schuff let me drive his Corvette a couple times. You know, me and Bill Schuff are pretty good friends. I gave Bill Schuff a hug, he gave me a hug. I didn't have no problems. He had no problems with me.
You see, now that's what I call winning.
That's a really cool looking car. Probably buy one of those. Just wouldn't know where to get it worked on no more. Like my motorcycle, my Buell. That might be why that happened to it. Well, I mean, if it's a custom-made manufacturer's motorcycle and I have a plaque to it, there's no way. Well, true. You know, I had 2 Mustangs that were stolen from me by gangs, and they never kept them very long, so they'll be back. Yeah, Ford Foxbite Mustangs. One was a straight 6. They didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know what to do with my V8 either. That was an 84 Mustang. They messed with the motor. Every time I parked it, somebody messed with the motor. Somehow they knew how to get the hood latch open on it. You mean how I'm using the entire plot line, literary value, literary educational value of the book and Hollywood film production of The Cross and the Switchblade? This is 1952, I think that book and movie came out. Against everything. Against everything. It's like, you know, people want to use a type of educational value that only works in that specific industry with vocabulary, you know, vocabulary theory, and it don't exist so. Right, and they incorporate toxicology as a recourse of supportive action, where they're telling you not to have supportive action or codependent action on toxicology. And like the theory of that industry is actually about talking and not touching or deviant behavior. Where deviant behavior is advocated for with toxicology, where toxicology is told not to be done. Isn't it just strange how it works out? Let's try a different car. You want to try something else? Yes. It's in this category. I don't have enough money. You mean make an upgrade on the Pontiac? We got to race again. Oh, wow. Do we have enough money to do all those? Quickly figure it out. 13.3, 29, nope. 20. I think we do. I only have 2 mechanics though. I think so. That's the mechanical work. The funny thing is, the mechanical work on this video or this program, Microsoft program, you can get this in Windows Microsoft Store. It's free. Well, not unless you try to increase your credits or your dollar figures. You can earn it on the game. See, like here, 200 credits is a reward for winning a race, and every time you do something towards better driving skills or advanced driving skills, you earn credits during the race. You mean see what happens if I try to get the brakes on? Alright. I have to buy another mechanic. $300 for another mechanic. Well, that's true. That right, but only if I would try and buy it. You mean try and buy it? I only have $145 per watch. It's not gonna. You have to complete a transaction. So I don't actually have the finances to do this, but at every point you have to enter something. That's why most electronics will never come with a user manual, because it tells you everything you do. And if your computer doesn't ask you to do these things, then somebody's scammed you, or you have I call it a Campbell's soup can on a string, because there are a lot of things that are like that right now for people, and that shouldn't be, because it's being misrepresented. But anyways, we're gonna let this sit here like this, because I'm not gonna let you hang around. If you were here, we could wait outside the picnic table. What do you mean, teacups? This is the one that I want to get. The violets. Excuse me, I'm bird. I like that. Can't put it in the microwave, though. Alright. Same scrap metal channel, same scrap metal time. Same scrap metal gloves. I know how to keep my scrap metal gloves for a long time.